his education and the oaths that he took up on ordination.
Hutton Gibson, I'm looking at a Southern Poverty Law Center, quote, intelligence report. Radical powerhouse, the Society of St. Pius V, or is that the 10th, which has chapels and schools across the United States, remains a front, and it goes in to say it's basically evil Nazis. If you don't submit to what the mainline church says, you're a Nazi. Do you have comments on, I mean, they're really getting bold when they're attacking the traditionalist Catholic movement that's got tens of millions of members.
Well, they're trying to isolate us, put us into this right-wing corner. I've often wondered how I got out on this right wing, because I grew up right in the center of the church. And without a change of attitude, belief, practice, suddenly I'm out here on this right wing. And who's demonstrating as a right wing? All I'm doing is exactly what my ancestors did, right back to the time of St. Patrick.
But it seems more and more, Hutton, that the establishment is losing control. The alternative media is exploding. Alternative films are exploding. It does seem that the pendulum is starting to swing back. Things are getting bad, but it does seem like people are waking up. Are you seeing that?
Well, I hope they're waking up. I'm trying to help wake them up by talking in public for a change. I've been neglecting my duty because of the... See, there are certain people that they don't give a damn what I think. They're out after my son.
Yeah, we understand that. Well, let's talk some more about that since you bring it up when we get back. It's here. After a year in production and traveling to distant lands, my new film Terror Storm is complete. Shocking declassified government documents prove that Western governments are orchestrating terror attacks against their own populations as a pretext to enslave them. Terror Storm proves that not only was 9/11 an inside job, but the attacks of 7/7 in London were carried out by British intelligence. Terror Storm chronicles the lies that took us to war in Iraq, the White House program to disseminate fake news, NSA spying, secret police torture, the latest 9/11 information, and much, much more. Terror Storm is the definitive guide to the history of government-sponsored terrorism. It's an anthology of government crimes. Terror Storm is a film that everyone who wants to be truly informed must see. Get your copy today at Infowars.com or PrisonPlanet.com or by calling toll-free 1-888-253-3139 or watch it right now online at PrisonPlanet.tv.
Do you know where the 78 potentially active volcanoes in the U.S. are located? And do you know the locations of the top 300 prime terrorist targets? You can find these answers and more in the new interactive CD book, Prudent Places USA. With the more than 50 interactive parameters, you can pinpoint natural and man-made disaster areas, brewing environmental catastrophes, the safest cities, the best places for solar and wind energy, and much, much more. Complete with 3 gigabytes of detailed information on each of 3,000 plus counties in the U.S., including 550 high-resolution full-color maps and full-color photographs, as well as detailed information and analysis to help you zero in on the best places to live, the ideal location for cabins and vacation homes, as well as safe and unsafe areas. Get Prudent Places USA for only $29 plus shipping by calling New Millennium at 888-803-4438. That's 888-803-4438 to order on the web or at berkeywater.com.
For years, you've been hearing about Herbal Healer Academy and how it's remained the leader in effective, alternative, and natural medicine and education. But how can they continue to hold that title for years on end? The answer is high quality and huge selection. Just visit herbalhealer.com and shop online or request a free catalog. You're bound to find the alternative you're looking for. Did you know that Herbal Healer carries the latest, safest, and effective weight loss products? You can also count on Herbal Healer for the largest selection of safe and natural supplements just for children. And don't forget your pets. Herbal Healer even has natural mineral supplements for all your animals, including horses, cows, and birds. Take a peek at their online calendar, and you're sure to find everything you need and maybe something you didn't realize you needed. Visit herbalhealer.com and don't forget to sign up for the free Herbal Healer newsletter. herbalhealer.com, working with the power of nature.
Okay, folks, welcome back. The War Is Now is Hutton's newsletter. He's also written several books, pamphlets, and one of them is The Enemy Is Still Here. You can get his newsletter for $5 a year, and you can write to ACT. Write this down, folks. This is for traditional Catholics, or just the general public that want to be informed by a scholar who's really studied this, and it is scholarly. It's heavy reading. I've read it several times and read 2 of his books. ACT, P.O. Box 27, Pleasant Unity, PA 15676. That's ACT, P.O. Box 27, Pleasant Unity, PA 15676. And up on Infowars.com, we have a link to HuttonGibson.com. That's not his site, but someone runs it, and he says it's a good site. It has most of his info up there, and it's good. You can read a lot of the articles he's written and also get the P.O. Box address. Hutton Gibson, Hutton Gibson, HuttonGibson.com, or ACT, P.O. Box 27, Pleasant Unity, PA 15676. Hutton, was all that accurate I just said?
Correct.
Let's get back, because you brought it up, and I'm being careful not to be too controversial here and respect the fact that you trust this show to come on here after 2.5 years, or I guess silence since 2004, really. But you said they want to get at your son through you. We hit the break. Please continue.
Well, that's, I'm the whipping boy, I suppose. I'm responsible for anything he thinks, and anything he thinks must be what I think. This general guilt by association, I guess you call it, or they used to call it McCarthyism.
Well, he does now. I mean, Mel does stick up for his dad, and he says that you're his biggest hero.
Well, that's very gratifying. I hadn't heard that one.
Oh yeah. He. I've seen it in a TV interview, but I tell you that they did take out of context what you said. They did lie about what you said. They did all sorts of things. I got called by national television wanting to buy an interview you did here, and I just told them, where they could go so they could try to craft some things. And it's just despicable. But again, like I said, people are waking up to this. They're not buying it anymore, Hutton.
I hope not. But you mentioned the Southern Poverty Law Center.
Yes.
Isn't that outfit that chased the Ten Commandments out of the Alabama State Court?
Yes,
building?
that's what they do. They're here to destroy the country. And then Bush didn't even stand up for Judge Roy Moore. He sent a prosecutor down after him.
Well, what do you expect? Isn't this the guy that he's against abortion, and then he says, well, give me a bill, I'll sign it. He doesn't need a bill. He got this doggone Homeland Security thing through there because he wanted it.
Well, remember 3 years ago you were on right when The Passion of Christ was about to come out, and you told me about the Diane Sawyer interview before it even went on TV, that Mel said, you know where the guess where I'm going to hide out after this movie comes out? I'm going to hide where the WMDs are hidden.
Right.
Because nobody can find me.
Nobody will ever be able to find him. All right.
What do you think about their talk of attacking Iran?
Oh, they'll get to it. They don't throw these things up. It's a balloon, and then you get talked into it. People discover things that have happened, like, maybe 500 years ago, the Shah of Persia shot a Christian or something if he had a gun. I don't know about this. You suppose they had guns?
Well, we're going to break for 70 seconds and come back and do just 5 more minutes with Hutton Gibson. Always interesting to talk to him. We'll be right back. If you would like a copy of this show, come to GCNlive.com and reserve it today. Or call toll-free 877-300-7645.
Do you know where the 78 potentially active volcanoes in U.S. are located? And do you know the